Hello, my fireflies, and welcome back to the TheCyanFirefly. It's me, Lyiat, and today we're going to take a look at Faster Than Light, or FTL, by Subset Games. So, what is FTL? Well, they describe it as a roguelike spaceship simulator. I kind of disagree with that, just because a roguelike tends to be more of a dungeon crawler, but I understand why they used it. Now, let's actually just go straight in here and let me show you what this is all about. Now, as I said before, it's a spaceship simulator. So, you get a spaceship, you get to do very limited design work. To start off with, all you get is the Kestrel. It's pretty solid and regimented. You can change your crew up a little bit. For instance, I can customize this, make it a boy or a girl, rename it, all that sorts of stuff. But as you go along and you unlock more stuff in the game, you unlock more ships. For instance, I have the Engi cruiser, which gives me a different set of crew, a different actual layout of a ship, different weaponry, and augmentation, all sorts of wonderful stuff. Alright, but we're actually going to go with the second layout for the Kestrel, which is the Red Tail, which gives me a different crew than the Kestrel, and different weapons. So, let's go right in here, and we can name it whatever we want. So we're going to go with, of course, Lyiat at the helm. That would be me. Okay, there we go. Who else? Well, of course we have to have Azli. Let's do that. Azli. Oop. There we go. And then I have two alien crew members. I have a Zoltian, who are energy beings, kind of. They actually do something really interesting. I'll explain that. I'll explain what the actual racial bonuses are once I get into the game. So, let's name this guy, and I'm sure he'll have a treat with this. Umbra. That is a member of our guild in Guild Wars 2. So hopefully he'll see this and that'll give him a laugh. And let's name the Mantis after Kazdoan. Or Kazdoan. I forget how to spell your name, mate. Sorry. Kazdoan. There we are. Okay. Yeah, Kazdoan. I keep on pronouncing it wrong. I'm sorry. Anyway, so here's the ship. Let's call it the SS TheCyanFirefly. Cool. And now we have a red ship named the TheCyanFirefly. That makes a lot of sense. Probably should have gone with a cyan ship. Alright, so you do have an easy mode and you have a normal mode. Let's go with normal. And alright. So basically the storyline here is that for whatever reason we've picked up some valuable data that we need to get to the remaining Federation fleet. Blah de blah de blah. You can read what's right on your screen right here. Okay, here we go. Now, as you can see, I've got a ship. And I can do various things on this ship. So, each of these sections have their own purpose. For instance, this is the helm, of course. This is where you actually pilot the ship. I need to have somebody manning the helm to actually teleport anywhere. I also need somebody manning the engines, which are back here. So who should man the engines? Well, I'll send Azli to go man the engine. She kind of likes the idea of being a pilot. Currently the game is paused, so nobody's moving anywhere. Alright, and well, certain crew members have certain special abilities. Now, Professor Umbra, being a Zoltian, can actually power a system if he's in that location. Now, the most useful place to stick him would actually be in weapons, because that gives me a free power dot, as you can see down here, to my weapons. So, that sounds useful. Let's just unpause and let them move to their respective positions. So now one of my lasers is being powered just by having a Zoltan actually being in that room, which is good. And we'll send Kazdo in to go man the shields, because that sounds like a good idea. Nothing like having a giant praying mantis actually man your shields. Alright, so our ship is now fully manned. We actually have all the manning positions completely full. Now, as you can see, there are multiple different UI elements here. We have the hull, which is actually the hull integrity. If it drops to 0, the ship is destroyed. Then you can tell that due to the nice little tooltip up in the corner. We have our fuel, we have our missiles. I actually don't have a missile launcher, so that's completely irrelevant. I have no drone parts, but I don't have a drone command module equipped on this ship, so that doesn't matter either. Shields, my evade chance, the actual amount of oxygen on the ship, that's a nifty feature. As you can see, there are multiple different doors. These doors can actually be opened, and I can drain an area of oxygen, which has multiple different uses. For instance, if there's a fire on that deck, I can quickly starve it of air so it stops burning. Or if there are people who have boarded my ship, I can suffocate them, which is it's a horrific way to go. But there are multiple different exterior access ports, so you can do that in all sorts of areas. There's also a quick open and close all doors on the ship. It doesn't open any external doors, which is pretty nice, because otherwise you just completely wipe out all oxygen on your ship, but it's nice to have that there. As you can see, there are also a number of subsystems, including the piloting, the sensors, and the actual doors. Everything can be upgraded, but so your main systems are determined by your actual reactor level. So I can actually throw more power into my weapons. I just activated all my weapons. They're all online. They do have a charging period before you can use them. We're not currently in a fight, so that doesn't really matter all that much. Okay. Alright, here's the ship. I actually showed you this screen for a second. Here's all the upgrades. You get further upgrades by acquiring scrap. Scrap is a currency in the game that, again, purchases upgrades for you, but it can also purchase various equipment and crew members. You can basically upgrade everything. You can upgrade how much your ship replenishes oxygen, for instance, how much power you can dedicate to weapons, your engines, all sorts of lovely stuff. You can improve your doors to become blast doors, which stop the spread of fires, which is actually pretty important later on. You can upgrade your sensors, which can allow you to actually see what's going on the enemy ship. All sorts of fun stuff. Alright, now I'm going to get ready to jump. Now, everything is completely randomly generated. The layout of the galaxy is completely random, so I have no idea what I'm going to be facing each time I go along. Now, we see a distress beacon up here. Let's go answer that, shall we? Alright, here we are. Okay, you've located a source of the distress call, a nearby human mining colony. An unknown disease has spread virulently across... Okay, blah, 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 blah. Now, I could send my crew in and help control the crowds, which could do a couple of things. There are various failure states. It's all based on percentage. Now, sometimes there might be an additional option, a blue option, which if you have certain upgrades, certain crew, or certain items on your ship, you can actually use the blue choice, and that's an automatic success, and you automatically get the rewards. Now, I'm going to risk sending in some of my crew and see what's going on. I might get rewarded, I might lose a crew member, who knows? Yes, okay, so that failed, but I didn't actually gain any negatives for it. Alright. Now, as I go exploring through this area, you will eventually see that the rebellion will slowly be advancing on this sector. Now, I can actually slow their advance by going through these nebula here. So, if I head through here, now I'm in a nebula. Now, ooh, there's an enemy here. Now, nebula have an interesting effect. You might see that all these rooms are now dark. I can't see what's going on in them. That has their own effect in gameplay. I can't see if they take significant damage. I won't be able to see if there's a fire that gets started there or anything. But I will be able to see if that section actually does get ultimately damaged For instance, the O2 section would go red. So, fighting in a nebula is inherently dangerous, but it is worth it sometimes to actually slow down the rebellion if they're starting to get close. Alright, so now we've actually entered combat with a... I believe this would be a AI-controlled drone of the rebellion. Now, I actually select my weapons by hitting the keys 1 through 4, and I can select which segment of the enemy ship to target. Now, the enemy does have a shield, so he will block at least one of my shots. The shield does recharge over time. It's actually fairly quickly. So in order to deal with that, I should probably take out their shields. However, there is something far more efficient I've found, at least lately, to do, which is to take out their weapons first, and that's their weapons segment. Now, since it's an AI-controlled ship, they won't be able to repair that all that quickly if I take it down. So let's aim at that very quickly, hopefully destroy it so they won't be able to return fire on me. Alright. Unpause and let the fireworks fly. Come on, Kazdoin, don't fail me now. Alright, you've hit it. We've hit it pretty hard. Their weapons are completely down. They're going to have to take time to repair that. So it's time to target their shields so they won't be able to muster up a defense afterward. Now, their helm and their engines are intact, so they might actually be able to dodge my shots. It's a very small chance. It's probably around 15% because this is the very beginning of the game, but who knows. Umbra, you have not failed me, but Kazdon, you're actually failing me a little bit. Get those shields up and running. Come on, man. There we go, there we go. Nicely done. Okay, so now we've taken out their shields, so they have very little defense left. Let's target their helm and their engines. And there we go. Their hull is completely gone. We've destroyed the enemy ship. Voila! Alright, so we have fuel, we have drone parts, we have scrap, and we got a augment, a scrap recovery arm. Ooh, interesting. Let's see what that does. Allows the ship to collect 10% more scrap from any source. That's pretty good. Like I said, scrap is both experience and currency, so it's very nice to have something like that. Is there anything I want to upgrade with what little scrap I have? Not particularly. Well, actually, I can upgrade our reactor a little bit and put a little bit more boost to our engines, which increases our evasion a little bit, and it makes our FTL drive charge a little faster. If we end up in a combat situation and we feel the need to get out of it really quickly, having a very quickly charged FTL drive is a good thing. Now, I don't have any missiles, so this trade will be a little bit favorable. I don't have, like, a missile launcher or anything, so yeah, let's do that trade. We can get a lot of fuel. If you run out of fuel, it's kind of unfortunate. You're stuck drifting for a little while. You have to send out your crew members on dangerous missions to go try to find fuel. A small rebel ship. Ah, okay, looks like we've actually got a rebel rigger. So this is actually manned. You can actually kind of see there are people moving around inside if you look carefully. For instance, there's a door being opened right there. So let's target their weapons again. Looks like they actually have a droid control station, and that looks like... Oh, that's a boarding drone. That's unfortunate. Where's he gonna go? Let's see. There it is. And we're currently aimed at their weapons, so we'll deal with any weapons they're sending our way. Oh! And he crash landed on our deck, and now he's attacking our O2. That's not good. Kazdon, Azali, go deal with that. Yes, it'll lower our evasion a little bit, but we do not want to be losing our O2. That will slowly suffocate our entire crew, which will not be something we want to deal with. Now, they do have missiles. Missiles go completely through shielding, so even if my shields were up, I wouldn't be able to deal with this all that well. I'm hoping that missile isn't going to hit... Oh, okay, so it hit a place that wasn't all that critical, which is fine. Probably did a little extra damage as a result, but no big deal. We've completely taken out their weapons for the moment, so that's good. Let's take out their droid facilities next so we can actually shut this thing down. As you can see, our crew members are moving to engage it. Kazdone, as a Mantis, is actually very good at hand-to-hand combat. Well, he's very good at crew combat, so he can actually do quite a bit of damage to this drone. And we have Asley backing him up, so it shouldn't be too much of a issue. That said, we did just take out the droid control facility, so there we go. Now Kazdone's taken a little bit of damage, so we're going to want to send him to the med bay. We're going to want to send Asley back to the engines just in case they repair their weapon systems, because we don't want to have to deal with them retaliating anytime soon. We're going to take out their engines so they can't retreat. There we go. And now we only have to shoot them once more. Alright. Now we do actually have a breach on our hull. We'll take care of that afterward. But that breach will slowly drain oxygen in this particular area. Luckily we can close down all the doors so we don't have to deal with that. Sorry, my chair is a little creaky. Alright. But we'll repair that after the battle. Because right now it would be a little unwise to deal with it in an active fire zone. Okay, so we've won. We got a little fuel, some drone parts, and some scrap. The enemy drone is still on our turf, but it's currently disabled because there's no place for them to pilot it. We'll send Kazdone to go destroy it. And we'll send Asley and Umbra to go repair the breach in our hull. Now, they will actually start suffocating, which means they will be taking damage as they're dealing with this. As Umbra is a Zoltan, he has less health, so he takes damage quite quickly. So I'm going to have to be watching these guys carefully and send them out as soon as their health is dropped low enough. Now they have repaired it, which means they can leave quite quickly. There we go. There we go. Alright. Alright. Good, good. Dealt with. Okay, so we're going to send them back to their respective sections. And we'll move on to the next zone because, hey, why not? So as you can see, as I said, the rebels will start moving in. If I move back to this section, it would actually lead me into a very difficult encounter with rebellion ships. No, we will never surrender one of our crew to slavers. That would be very bad. I don't like losing crew members. In fact, that's kind of like the biggest loss to me. That's typically what annoys me the most, is when a crew member has died to my own ineptitude. Alright, target weapons. Let's knock them dead. Weapons are disabled. Ouch! Looks like Umbra took a direct hit, and there's a fire. Alright, Umbra, get out of the weapons section. Let's starve that fire. Let's reduce the oxygen in that room so it can't spread, because it's actually in very much danger of heading to the engine room, which would be very unfortunate. We have completely disabled their weapons, though, so we won't be seeing another retaliation like that. Alright. Let's keep on targeting their shields. Now, as you see, since they actually did damage my weapons room, it has disabled some of my ability to actually work with my weaponry. My two other basic lasers are disabled right now until I can actually get in there and repair them. Now, the fires are gone, so I'm going to have to wait until the oxygen replenishes in that room to start repairing it. Alright, but for now we can keep on slamming their ship. Hopefully get some more damage in there. Alright, so the yellow, orange, whatever color it was, has disappeared, so we can actually get back over there and start repairing it. Unfortunately, Zoltan doesn't have very good repair skill right now, so we're only going to be able to do so much. Oh, and we took another hit. They're actually really punishing our weapons. Looks like they kind of got the idea from me. Oh, and they've hit our helm. That's made us completely dead in the water when it comes to evasion. I'm going to send Lyiat out of there and start working on our weapons with Umbra, because we need to get our weapons online a little bit quicker than we are. because his shield's recharging a little too quickly for us to get past it. Alright, let's hopefully do more damage to their weapons, completely disable those again. Alright. Unfortunately, I've taken a little damage myself, so I'm going to have to get back up to the medbay and then back over to the pilot seat. Hopefully repair that. Alright, our weapons are completely back online. Let's shoot their weapon system again. And they've surrendered. Now, I could just flat out destroy them and get a little bit of loot. However, they're offering to send us some slaves, which is actually an additional crew member. So that sounds pretty good. It's another human. Humans are plain and uninteresting, but hey, at least it's another crew. Alright, so there we go. We're gonna station him over in the med bay. And we'll... Actually, let's swap him with Kazdoan. Kazdoan can actually focus on dealing with anybody who boards our ship, because as a Mantis, he is very good at hand-to-hand fighting. We're going to send Umbra up to the actual defense location because he needs to get a little bit more health back. Okay, here we go. And our weapon systems are all online, so we can move right along here. Alright. Now, this game can take anywhere between 5 minutes and up to a full hour, hour and a half to play. It depends on how long you last. Board the station and look for survivors. Let's do that. Ooh. Uh-oh. Looks like we lost a crew member. Who did we lose? We just lost the newest crew member. No harm done. Oh well, he was just a human. No need to worry about him. Attack the slaver scum. Looks like we're actually going to get that crew member back quickly if these guys actually choose to surrender. If they don't, oh well, we'll get some nice scrap from their destroyed ship. Alright, full volley on their... Ooh! Well, we took a hard hit, breached our hull, but it's in a non-critical area, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Let's target their shields, because we've completely destroyed their weapons. Alright, give me another crew member. Looks like it's another Mantis. It's interesting. Now we have 2 Mantis. That's a very nice boarding party, actually. Alright, let's send them over here to repair the hull, actually. Now, you might notice that Mantis actually also move really quickly, which is something nice to have. Alright, so they repaired the hull. I'm no longer leaking O2 all over the place. Let's go heal them up. That was a little close. After they're healed, I'll put Kazdoan back on shields, and we'll move right along. I kinda don't like the generic names of all the characters. I don't know why the Mantis has an English name of Justin, but oh well. Alright, so a store. Store sounds good. Let's head to a store. Alright, all sorts of interesting goodies, most of which I cannot afford. That said, we can repair up our hull a little bit. Now, there are certain things you can buy. You can, for instance, purchase a drone control, a crew teleporter. You can even produce a purchase a stealth system, which can allow your ship to turn temporarily invisible during combat. Always useful. I think I actually managed to pick one up on my first playthrough. Alright, let's get to the end of the system and fly out of here. Hopefully, maybe, let's see, long-range beacon. Let's aid the civilian ship against the pirates. Okay, interesting. It has an enemy defense drone, which can allow them to shoot down missiles. However, I do not have missiles. So, haha, that's completely useless to them in this fight. Alright, let's, nuke their weapon system, shall we? There we go. We've dealt with that. Destroy their shields. Pretty basic. Once you really get into the game, you just know what to target and when. I always like to go weapon system, shields, and then for their engines, because once you destroy their engines, they can't dodge at all, so all of your shots will hit. Once you destroy their shields, they can't really just block shots arbitrarily. And with their weapons gone, they really can't retaliate other than with drones. And this guy only seems to have a defensive drone. There we go. We picked up some nice stuff for helping them. We're going to purchase an upgrade, which is increased sensors, so we actually know what's going on the enemy ship from now on. Now, we do have a little time before the rebels get here, so let's go back one. See what's going... Ooh, an asteroid field. Now, I have to be a little careful here, because asteroids will be colliding regularly with both of our ships, which will destroy our shields. And if the asteroids actually hit key components, I could be seeing a lot of damage. But let's destroy the enemy weapon system very quickly here. Hopefully before they can get a shot off. Maybe, maybe not. No, we're going to be taking a hit. Oh well. We have destroyed one of their weapons. Let's try to make short work of another one. We can send the Mantis over here to hopefully help with repairs, get that done a little quicker. But whatever we can do to keep them from keeping our shields down for too long, because those asteroids can actually do a lot of damage to an unprotected hull. Now, we've actually caused a fire on their ship. Now, since it's an auto-scout, they actually don't have an O2 system, because they don't need one. Alright, so the Mantis has actually helped in fixing our weapon system, so we have all of our weapons back. Destroyed. Moving on, we need to heal Umbra a little bit. Thank you very much, Umbra. Now let's get out of here. Get back. We can risk going through one more section. Make this video a little longer anyway. Okay, now this is a better example of actually being able to see what's going on here. You can get a full view of the enemy ship. You can actually see where their troops are and all sorts of other interesting stuff. Enemy combat drone. Okay, so they've actually got a drone that can help them out here. This drone will fly around my ship, shooting at it regularly, so it'll just keep on draining my shields, which is kind of a... Actually, no! This one's only effective if they've actually already dealt with my shield, so this won't be helping them out all that often. They do have missiles, however, which can kind of cause a lot of havoc. Alright, let's shoot out their weapon system. And then shoot out their drone system. Let's send this Mantis over here to help us with our shields. Because we don't need this thing nailing us repeatedly. That can actually do a lot of damage to individual components on the ship, so we kind of want to make sure to take that out as soon as possible. Come on, get our shields up and running. Go over to the sensors and repair those, please. You're going to be running around a lot, I can already tell. Alright, so we've taken out their drone, and we've taken out their weapons. What else is there to take out? Let's take out their shields. That said, one full volley, and we're probably going to take them out. It depends on how many shots actually hit. There we go, done and done. Blown out of the sky, thank you very much. Okay. We might have waited a little too long here. Alright, let's jump back to the gate. Now, we are probably going to have to deal with a high-level Rebel fleet ship, which is going to be a little unfortunate. This is going to be a little hairy. We might actually die here. Let's take aim for the weapon systems and hope for the best. We're still kind of repairing our... there we go. Those are back online. Alright, fire, fire, fire! Wow! That was horrible. Ooh, alright, that we have actually absorbed that, but they have some very high power guns. So let's keep firing. We've taken out one of their weapons. Let's hope to take out the other one. Let's send you over to the med bay. Go repair that, please. Because I have a feeling we might need it. Oh, that missed. Keep on damaging their weapon systems, please. Now, we're probably going to want to take out their engines next, because it seems like they actually have a very decently high dodge value. We can only do so much damage to their actual weapon systems, as it seems. Oh, jeez. Okay, keep on firing for their weapons, because if we can keep that heavy cannon offline, we're good. Now, I could jump at any time if I feel I'm actually losing this fight, because our FTL has actually gone back online. Assuming they don't take out our engines, we should be... Or they could take out our, They could take out our cockpit. That works too. As soon as we fix that, we're probably going to want to get the heck out of here. Alright, ooh, and we've taken a shot directly to the shields. Yeah, we're going to want to get out of here because they're actually doing a lot of damage to us. Now, most of this is completely random. In fact, this is pretty much always completely random, the arrangement. So the next, we can either go to an uncharted nebula or we can go to a Zoltan-controlled sector. Now, Zoltans are actually pretty friendly to humans, so let's go this way. And we'll continue on. I'll probably continue this until we inevitably lose our ship, because we're actually not doing all that well. We're about half health now, which is kind of unfortunate. Oh well. Let's get Kazdone over to the medbay to heal him up a little bit while the other guy works on our shields. Okay, he's fully healed. Let's get you back on that console. Repair that up as much as we can. And we're going to have to look into further upgrades for the ship. Double shields is something we're definitely going to want to work towards. So let's save up until we can afford that. Alright, let's get you back over to the med bay, because you're good over there. Well, there's a store right there, so let's kind of stay close to this particular area right this second. See if we can build up some scrap. Wonderful. Ooh, they have a Rockman. Rockmans actually have a lot of health. So if I were to target that section, I might kill him, I might not, but he can take a lot of damage, which is unfortunate. They're also immune to fires, unlike humans. Now, if I keep on targeting this sector, I can actually do damage to their crew members, which is pretty cool. Alright, they're already charging their FTL drives, but they will not have the chance to get away. There we go, destroyed. Now, an interesting thing to point out, your crew members do gain experience. You might have seen the clip at some point, but I believe, yes, it would be for Umbra. Now, as you can see down there, that bar is completely full. He has gotten a full rank in weapon systems, so our weapon systems actually charge quicker when he is in control of them, which is a very good thing to have. They can gain multiple ranks. I do not know what the maximum one is. Alright, so we're going to jump over here. And we're going to make a hop over here. Get some more scrap. Oh, wonderful. So we've got a Zoltan ship attacking us. They do have a combat drone, which is not all that good. They also seem to have missiles, which is also not fun, and they have some kind of overshield. Oh boy. Good for us. Ooh, and we've taken a lot of damage to the O2 system. That's not good. Alright, let's flood that out. Starve off the fire. Let's keep on targeting their weapon systems, because those missiles are just going to slaughter us. Alright, close that up. Open all the internal doors and hopefully equalize the oxygen a little bit, though we are currently losing oxygen. Alright, and we're going to send you and you to go deal with that. I don't know when you took damage, but we'll deal with that later. Alright, let's keep on shooting at your weapon systems, because we do not want you hitting us all that often. We do have your drone to deal with, but I'm going to disable that in short order. There we go. Our O2 systems have been repaired, so we don't really have to deal with that. Send you guys back to the med bay to heal up. There we are, there we are. Everything's going quite well now. Let's keep targeting their droid systems so they can't bring that up all that quickly. Ooh, no! That was a bad idea. Oh, I just kind of deprived my entire ship of oxygen. That was not a bright idea. Okay, let's throw some crew members into the med bay. Whoops. I clicked the wrong button there. Which is not something you want to do under duress. No, no, no. I've also completely shut off power to the med bay, so nobody was actually getting healed during that either. That's unfortunate. Alright. Let's send Lyiat back to the med bay as well. Fully heal up the crew. I feel like an idiot at the moment. That was not a bright idea. Whoopsie. Okay, moving right along. Oh my. Well, looks like we've actually lost access to that shop, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to move along. Wow, there are a lot of very aggressive ships out here, regardless of this being a pedestrian zone, or a civilian zone, rather. Alright, let's shoot up their weapons. They have an ion cannon, which I do not like the look of. The ion cannon can actually disable certain components of our ship. Like right there, it just disabled the heck out of our shields, which is not good. So let's continue shooting their weapon system so we don't have to deal with that for too much longer. Maybe we can actually kill one of their crew members here, so I can show you how that works. There we go. Yes, their crew member is actually dead. They're also dealing with a fire on their deck, which may actually kill their other crew member. Who knows? Depends on whether or not that fire starts. And no, it does not. Alright, so we can actually just kill them and be done with it. Alrighty, alrighty. Taken down, taken down. Awesome. So we can purchase a few more upgrades for our ship. I'm going to give us 2 more power bar clips, and hopefully, there we go, give us another shield level so we can actually take a little bit more punishment than we could before. Let's move to a nebula and hopefully slow down the advance of the rebels on this particular sector. Now, I'm going to play until we either die or until we get to the end of this sector, whichever comes first. Alright. Seems to be nothing here. Let's move along. Oh, ion storm. That's not good. You spy 2 pirate ships lurking in the nebula here. They remain unaware of your presence. You're able to get your scanners and at least identify their cargo. One is carrying the fuel supplies, the other the ammunition. They begin to drift away from each other in the storm. However, there is currently an ion storm here, and that has actually reduced everything I can do by quite a bit. So I'd rather not engage a ship in this particular situation. Ion storms are not fun things to deal with. Alright, so we're attacking another ship. Yeah, that ion storm actually got rid of my O2, which would not have been fun to actually go through. I was slowly losing oxygen in that area. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, we're taking fire, nothing too bad. Oh yes, we're still in a nebula, that's why I can't see anything going on in the ship. Oh well. Do some damage to their weapon systems, so they can't fire back at me, which is always fun. They've got heavy lasers, which would be good if they could pierce my shields, but they probably can't. That's why I like being in the ship that starts off with 4 weapons, because it's very easy to pierce shields early on. Granted, it's also easy to pierce shields if you have a missile launcher, but oh well. Alright, let's fire on their shield systems next. Or we can actually split up our shot between their shields and their engines, so let's do that. Now they're going to have a hard time dodging and defending. Just vary up our shots a little bit, do damage all across their hull, rather than just concentrating on specific areas. So their shields are significantly damaged to the point where they can't keep them up, they have no weapons, and they're not flying anywhere. Sucks to be them. Let's shoot their O2 for good measure, just because I'm sadistic. So I've done damage to their O2. And then we'll do a final full round burst at their helm. Boom. Goodbye. See you later. But yes, I'm actually having quite a bit of fun with this game. I know I say that about a lot of games, but there's so few games out there that give me an experience like this where I feel like I'm commanding a Star Trek-esque ship flying through the galaxy, exploring new worlds, and all sorts of other interesting stuff. Ooh, distress signal. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, that was a fake signal. And it looks like we're dealing with some Engi. Engi are extremely good at repairing ships, so this should be pretty fun. Alright, let's blow open their weapon systems and hopefully deal some damage to that Engi. Or Engi, whatever you want to call them. Let's keep nuking their weapon systems for the hell of it. There we go. We've started a nasty fire, which is good. I like seeing stuff like that. Let's deal some more damage to their shielding systems. Nah, I'm not taking your surrender. You pissed me off. That said, you guys are taking quite a bit of damage. I like how the fire is spreading throughout your entire ship. So let's just sit here and watch you burn. Sounds good to me. Will you actually be able to recover in a significant fashion, considering how much damage you've taken? Probably not. That said, these fires are probably not going to take you out by themselves, so see ya. Bye-bye. Destroy their slug. Ooh, a hull missile. Now, I can actually show you that really quickly before I wrap up here. You do get additional equipment as you go along, which goes to your cargo hull, which you can swap out any of your weapons for a second weapon. For instance, I can now give myself hull missiles, which fires one missile that does 2 damage to the enemy hull. It does ×2 damage in a systemless room. Well, what does it mean by a systemless room? Well, it basically means a room like this. Something with absolutely no systems in it whatsoever. I currently can't power that weapon at the same time as I power other given weapons, so I'd have to shut that off and turn that on, for example. That said, it is a missile, so it'll actually go straight through enemy shields, which is good to know. Alright. I can show you how that works really quickly before hands. Alright. I do not have access to all my weapons at the moment. No, you are not confiscating my weapons. No, thank you, sir. They do have that ridiculous overshield, though. I hate that overshield. Alright. We have gotten rid of it. Let's see what our hull missile can actually do. Take out their weapon system, please. Yes, there we go. We've taken out their weapon systems. We can now take aim on their shields, do a bit of damage to that. There we go. And an asteroid made love to their O2 system, so that's taken quite a bit of damage, and we can shoot a hull missile right into one of their systemless rooms, and hopefully completely take them down right here. There we go. These are incredibly effective. They take down ships extremely fast, but they do use up missiles. Your missiles are a limited resource, so be careful how often you actually use a weapon like that. Alright, so we're going to go here, and then we're going to hop out the system, and I'll give my conclusion here momentarily. Oh my. Okay, so they've actually boarded my ship. I'm going to have to repel them, which is not that fun. They have a couple of different units. They have a human, they have And Engi, I don't know why they boarded with Engi, because Engi actually do not have very good attacks. I'm going to disable my hull missile and swap to basic laser, because it recharges a lot faster and it's not a limited resource. We're going to have to get the hell out of here, because as strong as our mantises are, they can only take so much damage. Let's put them in our healing bay, because they can fight more effectively in there. We've also just lit their weapon system on fire, so that's pretty good. Let's send Asli and Umbra to go take care of the... Well, never mind. He seems to have retreated. Let's put you back in there and put you back in there. Actually, let's send Asli to go repair the O2 system before we suffocate. That might be a good idea. Please take care of that, Asli. Thank you very much. Let's keep on firing on their weapon system, because we don't want them pounding on us while they have people on our ship attacking us. There we go. We've destroyed that. That's all taken care of. Kazdone, go man your post again. Asli, go man your post again. So, it gets a little chaotic. It truly does, but it's fun. It's actually quite a bit of a blast, in more ways than one. Alright. Take them down. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Go repair our doors while you're at it. Oh, how nice of you. Too bad I can't actually use a repair drone, but... Sorry, defense drone. Is I do not have a droid control area. Can I upgrade my weapon systems? It does appear that I can do that, so let's do that. Actually activate our hull missile once more, so it has power. We can choose when to use it and when to not, but at least it'll always be ready for when we need it. Alright, let's head towards the exit. Man, I've been having a lot of fun with this game. Let's not sell our missiles, because we actually kind of needed them now, because we do have a very powerful missile-like weapon. Ooh, homeworlds. Well, let's head to the Mantis homeworld. I'm sure our Mantis buddies will actually enjoy seeing their friends and family, maybe. Assuming they have friends and family here. Perhaps not. Pry it open. Oh my. And it killed one of our crew members. Well, that's unfortunate. That did not go as planned. It killed Justin. Oh well. Well, let's kill it before it does any real damage. Fortunately, Kazdone's going to take a lot of damage. But that's the game in a nutshell. There's all sorts of craziness to be had as you explore the galaxy. You have a lot of fun. You run into some very interesting random encounters. That's actually the first time I've ever dealt with that. I didn't know you could get a crew member insta-gibbed by prying open a Mantis jettison pod. Probably should have just thrown that back out into the depths of outer space, but oh well. Will you actually repair our doors? Get this little progress bar down in the corner that I probably should have been paying attention to before I sent Asli back to the main entrance. But yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. You can pick it up on Steam for about $10. You might still be able to pick it up for $8.99. I'm not sure. I was able to secure a copy at that point in time, but yeah, it was for $8.99. It was at a slight discount. Oh boy. Yeah, that just revealed the whole map for me, which is pretty good to have. But yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. You get this nice little Space Odyssey feel. And ultimately, it just makes you feel very cool. It really gives me the whole memories of watching Captain Picard crew the Enterprise back in the day when that was a really popular show. I mean, it's still a popular show, but you know, when I was a kid, watching the episodes for this first time, you know, push all power to the shields. I can't do it anymore, Captain. It's gonna blow, and all that sort of stuff. It's just I really don't know. I can't really quantify how good this game makes me feel in words. Just pick it up and play it. I promise that you'll have a very interesting time. It's very much worth the money, at least it was for me. If you enjoy the whole spacefaring, ship management aspect of it, there is I cannot really identify too many flaws with the game, and that's really what it comes down to. But for now, this has been Lyiat with the TheCyanFirefly. I'm off to explore the galaxy a little further, and ouch, take some really nasty damage to my ship as a result. Farewell!